In the headlines, INEC issues certificates of return to Osun Governor-elect Ademola Adeleke. Commercial tricycle operators in Kano react to ban after 10 p.m. Bread makers declare 4-day nationwide strike beginning Thursday, July 21. And on the foreign scene, Sri Lankan Parliament elects 6-time Prime Minister Wickremesinghe as new president. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I'm Dashan Hussaina Usman. And now the news in detail. The Osun State Governor-elect, Senator Ademola Adeleke, on Wednesday received his certificate of return from the Independent National Electoral Commission in Osogbo, the state capital. Hamidu Egbade reports that the INEC National Commissioner, Professor Kunle Ajayi, and the resident electoral commissioner in the state, Professor Abdulganiyu Raji, presented the certificate of return to Adeleke and his deputy, Prince Kola Adeusi. Professor Ajayi said the commission remains committed to ensuring credible and acceptable elections in Nigeria. The governor-elect Ademola Adeleke assured that he would fulfill his campaign promises to the people of Osun State.
That this has become the standard of election management in Nigeria. On behalf of INEC, as an electoral umpire, under the able leadership of the Honorable Chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, we are consistent in achieving our vision to become one of the best election management bodies in the world. And acting on our core values, which are independence, impartiality, neutrality, and transparency.
Meanwhile, the appeal court sitting in Akure, Ondo State, has affirmed Osun State Governor-elect Ademola Adeleke as the authentic governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the just concluded gubernatorial poll in the state. A suit brought before it by a factional candidate of the PDP, Dotun Babayemi, against Adeleke was dismissed by the court on the grounds that the primary that produced Adeleke was conducted by the party's national leadership. The ruling on Wednesday came barely 2 months after the Osun High Court declared the governor-elect as a true candidate of the PDP for the governorship election held recently in the state. Before the ruling, Babayemi had asked the court to recognize him as the authentic candidate of the party and nullify the primary that produced Adeleke following the parallel primaries held on March 9. Ruling All Progressives Congress defies criticism of its same-faith ticket to unveil its presidential running mate Kashim Shettima in Abuja. National chairman of the party, Abdullahi Adamu, presented the running mates to Bola Tinubu on Wednesday. Tinubu with a call on party faithfuls to unite for victory in the 2023 elections. Trust TV's Shafiu Suleiman reports that the event attracted stakeholders from across the country to the Yar'Adua Center venue of the event. Former Governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, the People's Democratic Party governorship candidates Katsina State, Senator Yakubu Lado Damarke, and his Kano State counterpart Mohammed Abacha on Tuesday visited Governor Nyesom Wike in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Yari, who came with an entourage to Wike's residence in Rumuk Birikom, had a closed-door meeting with the Rivers governor. Shortly after Yari left, correspondents learned that Damarke and Abacha arrived at Wike's house and had a closed-door meeting. Senator Lado told journalists after the closed-door meeting that they were on a courtesy visit to pay homage to their friend and brother. He expressed optimism that they are prepared and sure of winning the elections come 2023.
Call to our dear brother His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State. Since the election is over, we have not been opportune to visit Rivers State to come and pay a homage to him. That's why we are here to relate with him, to tell him that we are together as friends, as brothers.
Ababullah, you both are candidates of the PDP in your state. How prepared are you, or how far is your preparation?
Very, very prepared. We will deliver, God willing.
10 policemen from the Nasarawa State Command deployed to Osun State for the last Saturday's governorship elections have been abducted by unknown gunmen in Obajana, Kogi State. The officers, who were kidnapped on Sunday, were returning from election duty in Osun State. A statement confirming the abduction of the policemen said gunshots were heard along the new bypass road close to the trailer park in Obajana. The statement from the DPO, Obajana, said the vehicle conveying the officers developed a mechanical fault which led them to drop out of their convoy to fix the vehicle. It added that while trying to fix the vehicle, armed men suddenly emerged from the bush, forcefully kidnapping 10 officers. One of the 2 Catholic priests abducted in Kaduna State on Friday has been found dead. The duo were whisked away from the Rectory of Christ the King Catholic Church, Yadangaru, in Lere local government area of Kaduna State, where they were on an assignment. In a statement, the Catholic Diocese of Kafanchan, through Reverend Father Emmanuel Uchechukwu Okolo, said while Chetnam was killed, Cleopas escaped from the kidnappers' den. He said the decomposing body of the priest, who was said to have been murdered the same day he was abducted, was discovered on Tuesday. Theater Commander of Operation Haɗin Kai said the military will not relent in its efforts to rescue Leah Sharibu and other Chibok schoolgirls from terrorists. The commander stated this during the official handing over of medical equipment by NEDC to the Army at Maimalari Cantonment. He revealed that it has rescued another abducted Chibok girl, Ruth Bitrus, during its operations. He then lamented that IEDs are affecting its operations and called on the government to support the military with rehabilitation of the conflict areas.
We have to come on foot and start scanning the width and breadth of the road. So you can imagine if you are even coming just 1 kilometer, how long it will take. The Damboa Road, the Maiduguri Damboa Road view is about 885 kilometers. The Maiduguri Momodu Road is about 445 kilometers. It takes up the whole day to cover such distance. We believe that if these roads are properly tarred, constructed, it will take 65% of our challenge. The things we've been able to achieve last month, we're able to recover 2 of the Chibok girls, and we have released them to the state government for eventual release to their family. Today, again, we have amongst us one of the Chibok girls. That's the 3rd one we have gotten within 2 months.
Zamfara State Governor Bello Matawalle has directed traditional rulers to henceforth seek permission before bestowing titles on people in the state. The directive was contained in a statement on Wednesday by the governor's spokesman, Zailani Bappa. Recall that the state government suspended the emir of Birni Yendoto of Safi local government area, Aliyu Marafa, for conferring a chieftaincy title to a notorious bandits leader. 3 days after the suspension, the government warned against the indiscriminate bestowing of award and possible abuse of the traditional institution. You're still watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. FCT road users urge government to sensitize officers on right approach. Do stay with us.
Every patriotic Nigerian should hear this. Any politician who means well for the people will never allow themselves or their supporters to engage in any violent, destructive activities. No politician who truly wants to serve the people and develop the nation will encourage his followers to destroy properties or take human lives before, during, or after the elections. The Nigerian public must watch out for these traits and isolate any politician who encourages supporters to engage in violence. No genuine politician or patriot will cause trouble and seek to destroy the very society which they aspire to lead or develop. Politicians who have the good of the people at heart will not allow themselves or their followers to engage in violence, destruction of properties, and then taking of lives. Be vigilant. By their words you shall know them. Shun violence. Stay away from politicians who want you to do so. Let's join hands to make the 2023 elections peaceful. This message is from the National Orientation Agency, NORA.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Let's take a look at some of our top stories. You heard that INEC issues certificates of return to Osun Governor-elect Ademola Adeleke. Moving to more news, operators of commercial tricycle in Kano say the recent ban on their operations will not change anything but only affect commuters. They're reacting to restrictions on their activities from 10 p.m. effective Thursday. The State Security Council took the decision as part of measures to address security breaches often executed in the night using the tricycles locally called Adede Tasahu.
Ban is not progressive at all. It will not stop anything. People will have cause to go out. To my colleagues is to be patient since the ban is already imposed. We should just be patient. We have nothing to say. We just pray that it turns out to be good for us. My colleagues should exercise patience. The ban will affect many people, not just operators, but business owners. If they close after 10 p.m., who will take them home? This is not even the problem. The big problem is customers coming from outside Kano after midnight. What happens to them? We love peace here. If this ban is meant for us, other people will suffer it most.
In other news, a tanker laden with diesel has exploded in Lagos, destroying several vehicles in the Oto-Waf Mile 2 area of the state. The incident was said to have occurred on Tuesday afternoon at an articulated vehicle motor park in the community. In a viral video, several vehicles could be seen burning as fire service officials battled the inferno. The Permanent Secretary of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Olufemi Oke Osanyitolu, confirmed the incident via a statement, saying the agency activated its response plan after receiving a distress call. The Senior Special Assistant to the Lagos State Governor on New Media, Jibril Gawat, also confirmed the incident. Taken to his Twitter handle, he shared pictures showing emergency officials responding to the situation. The federal government has been called upon to give the right orientation to officials of the various agencies involved in traffic management to enable them do their job without hindrance. In this report, Trust TV's Kabir Lawal speaks to road users on the ordeals they encounter while dealing with enforcement officers in the Federal Capital Territory. The report.
Road users in the Federal Capital Territory are displeased following the continuous threat they faced from law enforcement officers. A cross-section of people that spoke to Trust Television News further added that most drivers ensure they have all necessary documents to avoid harassment of some law enforcement officers.
No, what is bothering me mostly concerning this BIO 15
VIO task force. Sometimes when they arrest a driver for wrong parking, then if you don't have money to settle your fine, they will ask you to use your motor for like 2 to 3 hours in order to compensate them. So this thing, I don't think is lawful. The federal government should do something about that. At least when you are arrested for an offense, if you don't have money to settle them for your own fine, let your vehicle be impounded.
Motorcycle delivery agents are also not left behind in this drama, as most of them complain that despite having all relevant documents, they most times end up in chaotic exchanges caused by the law enforcement officers.
It's unprofessional where you see someone giving you all the license and all the particulars which you demanded, and you still go ahead looking for fault. For me, I'll call that a fault finder. It's not a professional job, if I must say, because I've seen a case where someone is driving on the way and got some kind of loads where the spare tire is. They even have to go to the extent of saying, okay, bring down all the loads you have on you and let's inspect your spare tire if that's okay. I think that's the last drop I've seen where they have to inspect someone and to tell them to bring down the whole things in the boot to show them the spare tire.
Passengers also want the law enforcement officers to carry out their activities with decorum to reduce some of the ugly incidents that occur between road users and the agents.
As we are working, we are not working in the night, we work in the daytime. And our law is that you must be in a proper dress. Wear your shoe, dress well, reflecting jacket, you wear your helmet. But once you meet them in their checking point, even though you are complete with your dressing, they must find a solution. Okay, right now they say all the dispatch riders.
In Abuja, Kabir Lawal, Trust TV News.
In business, Premium Bread Makers Association of Nigeria, comprising owners, managing directors, and partners of premium bakeries in Nigeria, have concluded plans to embark on a 4-day warning strike beginning from Thursday, July 21, 2022. President of the association, Emmanuel Onora, and Public and Industrial Relations Officer, Babalola Thomas, said the decision is in protest against increasing prices of baking materials in the country, saying it has become impossible to operate bakeries in Nigeria. The association asked the federal government to stop charging 15% wheat development levy on wheat import. In addition, they requested NAFDAC to review downwards the 154,000 naira penalty charged bakeries on late renewal of certificates. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Nsukka zone, there are all the galas. Cultural-wise, their masquerades are gala masquerades.
Gala Nation had embarked on expansionist war severally.
Nobody dig his grave. Now he dig his grave, now he bury himself.
If you are to be given a position as a traditional ruler, it must be the Ata who will give you the staff in those days.
We are from Igala.
That's good.
the Nupes, to be precise, were coming to teach them Islam.
That made him to be popular within the Igbeze and the Nsukka in general.
We butcher horse meat here and we sell it here.
Every day, I do a good time. And then I do a good time. Steady.
They don't like to chop another meat.
Welcome back and thanks for staying. Moving on to business, the price of petrol has finally been raised above 165 naira per litre across the different regions of the country. Although the product has been selling above 165 naira in some parts of the country, a new price regime was released on Tuesday. Petrol marketers have said the federal government gave approval for the raise, but the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority is yet to react to this. According to the regional price list effective Tuesday, July 19, the rates rose from 165 naira to 179 naira per litre in the southwest, south-south and also southeast regions. The price was raised to 184 naira in the northwest and 189 naira in the northeast, a 24 naira increase and the highest in the new adjustment. On the foreign scene, Sri Lanka's parliament on Wednesday overwhelmingly voted six-time Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe as president to replace Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who fled the crisis-torn country and resigned last week. Official results showed Wickremesinghe polled 134 votes in a three-cornered parliamentary vote, with his main opponent, Dulas Alahaperuma, getting 82 and leftist Anura Dissanayake just 3, giving him an absolute majority on first preferences. Addressing Parliament shortly after the vote, Wickremesinghe declared the country's divisions as now over and invited Alahaperuma to join him and work together to bring the country out of the crisis it is facing. And finally, in sports, Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, Kano State Chapter attends a 3-day workshop on community engagements towards conflict management through sports. Adeni Ajishafe reports.
The need to use the unifying power of sport as a tool for conflict resolution with communities in Nigeria and beyond was the focus of a 3-day workshop on community engagement towards achieving peace building and conflict management for the Kano chapter of the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, SWAN. Coordinator, Civil Society Organizations for Conflict Resolution in Nigeria, Adeni Yaremu, took the sport writer of identifying problems and how to solve them.
We felt it wise to create visibility for the project through this means of coming together with sports and sport personalities in Kano State, which we believe by working with them, it will create more visibility for us as an organization. It will also create visibility for the sporting activities in Kano State. Today, somebody said this is the first time that they are uniting sport and sporting personalities in Kano State.
Speaking at the event, Northwest Vice President of Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, Luwan Malikawa, says such workshop will boost development efforts as sports writers become more equipped with adequate knowledge of using sport to unite and resolve conflicts.
The capacity building workshop will assist us and guide us and intimate us to work more so that we will enlighten, educate and inform and mobilize the public on the significant roles of sports, particularly in promoting unity, in promoting peace, in promoting socio-economic development of our people, because now sports is not only for leisure, sports is a business institution whereby our youth should be educated and guided to be on the way forward on how to develop their skills, particularly those that have talent in sporting activities. And organizing such kind of workshop, we believe the government should come in to assist Sport Rights Association of Nigeria collaborate with the European Union and this border organization so that Kano State will continue to be one of the leading states in promoting and developing sport.
That's Sport News. I am Adeni Ajishafe.
With this, we've come to the end of Trust News Update. Don't forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I'm Dashan Husseina Usman. Thanks for watching.